Still means nothing. All right, anyhow, the Chiefs announced today that Patrick Mahomes would start on Sunday. Doug, you mentioned this a little bit earlier. He had a stellar preseason, and we're going to see what he can do now in a regular season game. A meaningless game, but nevertheless, he's potentially the quarterback of the future. So, Doug, if Alex Smith struggles in the playoff, do you throw Mahomes in?
It's actually speak softly and carry big stick. I apologize.
Oh, okay, because that matters.
No, they won't. They're not going to pull Alex Smith, but he does everything that Alex Smith doesn't do. Right? Like, this is a guy that takes chances. This is a guy with a huge arm. Huge arm. Obviously, son of a former pro baseball player. I mean, he's just got a howitzer, and he has Alex Smith as captain check down. Very, very safe. And there's always been the thought that in the playoffs, you got to have something, you got to get chunk plays. And this guy has the arm talent to do so, and we'll see if Andy Reid can refine him by next year or if it's the following year. This is the future for the Chiefs. Everybody knows it, but I don't think, even if Alex Smith struggles in the playoffs, you'll ever see Pat Mahomes.
All right. More from our poet laureate of the NFL, Bill Belichick. We can't get enough today. Belichick was asked what intel he might get from the Steelers with this James Harrison signing, which elicited yet another epic response from Bill that required more subtitles, more captions. So deep thoughts from Bill. Here we go.
Former players now who analyze football who say this, a move like that is great for intelligence, the idea that he could tell you things about his former team. Do you put any stock into that aspect of when you sign a player, any player, and bring him in?
We're playing the chess this week. I don't know what that has to do with it.
I love the subtitles.
Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
I love the subtitles.
Looking ahead to a possible game.
Well, we played the chess this week. So.
You love this.
I do. I love the game of cat and mouse. I just do. Oh, we're playing the Jets this week. And then having the subtitles. Although I will tell our crew who did a great job of deciphering exactly what Belichick did. Shouldn't it look more like subtitles, right? Like when you're watching a foreign film, you're like, oh man, what is that? Oh, I need my glasses. I guess that was actually better than subtitles because I could totally read it.
Well, some of them were totally wrong. Yeah, some of them were totally wrong when you actually read the real subtitles. Anyhow, all right, finally, we might as well pile on with quotes from the NBA's poet laureate, Greg Popovich. Yes, Greg thinks that if you are rich, then you need to donate to charity. I don't disagree with that. But his quote is, well, I'll let you decide what his quote is. All right, he says that we should give back to the community because, quote, we're rich as hell and we don't need it, and other people need it. Then you're an a-hole if you don't give it. Pretty simple. How profound.
I actually think it is. I mean, it's pretty amazing to say, right? Like, how much money is enough money? We do this in any field in which we're all wildly overcompensated, right? Like, you compare what we make to what a teacher makes, it's completely unfair. And then you multiply that by a factor of, 20 what NBA players are making. Like, really, like, you won't take a couple million less when you're making $25-30 million. Like, I have found they can bury you with it, but that makes for an odd graveside service when people are trying to dive into the casket and take that money from you. But look, it's a great point. And look, there are plenty of political stances which Greg Popovich takes, which only Popovich can get away with. This is one to which I find it very hard to argue with.
I don't disagree with that.
You are like, your problems are first world rich people problems, and giving it away and helping other people should be one of the first orders of business after you've taken care of your family. When we say taking care of our family, that doesn't mean buy some ridiculous $10,000
not excessive. I understand what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But Popovich didn't need to say a-hole, did he?
No, but sometimes when you curse, it makes your point more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we start doing that or no?
No.
Okay, right.
No, but good thought.
Just checking.
That's Holly with the news.
The news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
He single-handedly ended the Dallas Cowboys season. That's because this former Ram, former Colt, Hall of Famer, was the one who came on this very same show and said, Zeke told me he's going to rush for 200 yards. He's Eric Dickerson of Fox Sports, of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And